Hey, what's going on everyone? I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic, and this is again a public demand, or my viewers demanded, whey protein review. MyFitFuel, really famous brand, it's doing great in India, and we did a poll sort of thing in our community tab, and the one came out at the top from their company was the MFF whey protein 80, and I got the banana milkshake up here, so we're gonna do the review and put it through the review process of our channel. Keep watching. Without wasting much time, jumping right into talking about the different features of this thing. When it comes to the quality of protein, then we're talking about whey protein concentrate. So we got whey protein concentrate 80%, and with that cocoa powder and natural identical flavor was added, and onto that INS 955, which is the sucralose for sweetening, that got added. So that's the quality of the protein. It's not a blend, it's not an isolate, it's a concentrate. It's not bad or anything. If you're lactose intolerant, it's not the thing for you. Or if whey protein makes you bloated, then of course this is not the thing for you. Probably better off with blend or isolate protein. Or even if you want something that goes really fast into your system without being there or keeping you full for a long amount of time, then also you need isolate, but this is concentrate. When it comes to the quantity of protein, this thing is pretty clear, and it says that how they measured it. The 72.5% protein quantity that you get in 100 grams this serving, or 100 grams of this product, is on the dry basis. So if you consider the as-is basis, which is the one that you get when you buy this product, it would probably be 69 or 70%. Depends actually on the water content, but it would be less. The good thing is, and I mentioned it in the video where I talked about the as-is and dry basis differences, that MyFitFuel and Nutrimed makes it very clear. They mentioned that they use the dry basis mechanism, and even in the lab report that I've seen on their website and Amazon, they mentioned the mechanism, although they mentioned the as-is mechanism there, but they do that. So you're getting 72.5% of protein. I was expecting a wee bit more, because these days we're saying 80%, 78%, 82%, just like anywhere. So I was hoping a bit more, but it's 72.5% is nowhere bad, all right? So just pointing that out. So when it comes to the value for money, this is where I have a bit of concern, because I calculated the cost based on 1 kg that is available on Amazon, the flavored version. The unflavored is 100 bucks less. So on the flavored version that I got, it's 500 grams, right? But I'm not calculating on this because these are always less quantities, always pricier. So 1 kg, which is the standard thing that everyone sells, you're getting $13.99, which comes to about 45 bucks per scoop. They have a bit of odd scoop size. If you see 32.8 grams. So I took 32 grams and it comes close to 45 grams, 45 rupees per scoop. So I think it's a bit costly. You know why? Because I didn't find anywhere they mentioned they added digestive enzymes or anything like that. Not that digestive enzyme is essential, okay? You're good without it. I mean, if your digestion system is really good, you don't need digestive enzyme. But what I'm saying is, the ingredient list is pretty simple: cocoa powder, sucralose, and color, a flavor, and then whey protein concentrate. Then 45 bucks is a bit too much. I made a video on comparison, and I showed that the price range should be around 28 to about 40 bucks. If it had been a blend, I would have agreed to go for 45 bucks, but it's a pure whey protein concentrate with color and flavor added. I think it's a wee bit costly. It should be 40 rupees. If it had been 40 rupees, 38 bucks, 40 bucks, it would be a steal, but I think it's a wee bit costly. All right, let's open it up and do the mixability taste. It's a pouch. Oh, that's a pretty tight seal. Let's do the texture check. All right, so this texture is not that fine granule that we saw for Power Athlete whey, and I've even seen that in Gray or Essential whey. The powders are really fine. This powder is sand-like, grainy, similar to Sinus, similar to Nutrimed, similar to GM Nutrition, Whey HQ isolate. So these are probably all sourced from the same place. I'm just guessing, I don't know. And it looks yellow, so it's, oh wow. It actually smells banana, you know? It smells like really ripe banana. Let's put it in our trusted shaker and see what we get. So we got 200 ml, sorry. And here's your scoop. This is the scoop that you get with this thing. They say free scoop included. Now come on, you gotta give the scoop and don't say it's free. It's just, you gotta do that. How would someone use it? Alright, let's change the exposure a bit. Yeah, we're good. There you go. One scoop gone. Okay, let's first give it a stir just like that to see if it's mixing well. It basically shouldn't, because it's whey protein concentrate. It's not supposed to mix well just like this. You gotta shake it really, really hard. But the smell of banana, wow, I mean, that's pretty strong. They must have added a good amount of flavor in there. Alright, it's sort of mixed well, just like that, with some chunks out there, as you can see. And it's a really thick shake. Do you see that? Just look at the thickness. I'm just shaking it. It's pretty thick. So it makes sense. It's 72% of whey protein concentrate. So there's a good amount of carb in there. Alright, so a good shake. We don't have any sinkers or suggested for these things. And here are the spots. These are what? These are either whey protein or the color, flavor, stuff like that. If I shake a bit more, do they go out? Yeah, they disperse, but not that much. Yeah, the bigger ones are gone. The bigger ones are gone. That's good. But this is how exactly whey protein concentrate is supposed to mix. There shouldn't be any froth. There shouldn't be any translucent mixture. It's absolutely fine. Let's taste it. Alright, so the taste is a wee bit metallic. It's sweet, not too much. It's banana for sure, but it's artificial banana flavor. I think their label has some issues. They said cocoa powder, but they're not supposed to use the cocoa powder on a banana milkshake, so that's probably mistaken there. That's okay. But it's got an artificial tint to it. Alright. Although I like banana flavor, I'm not a big fan of flavors that smell artificial in my mouth. So I'm not a big fan of this flavor. I'd say go with the natural chocolate. I just picked it up as it's a new stuff. I found new sort of flavor, just wanted to discover, that's what. But I'd say it mixed really well. That's good. You had to give it a bit more shake. But the taste is okay. It's okay. It's sweet. It's not that bad. But I'd say, you know, don't go with this. If you're not really experimental, don't go with the experimental tastes. Just go with chocolate. It's just a suggestion. Alright, let's move on to microscopic test. Let's get along with the microscopic test. We're gonna take maybe a bit less sample in here. I'm hoping to see some color, because this yellow tint that I see, that's probably because of the color, so probably some granules here and there. Let's see. Are we recording? Let's record. Yep, we're recording. Let's see what we got. Alright. Normal whey protein texture. Just looks like raw whey, and you see those cocoa powders are missing. So guys, you fix your banner, fix your label, you're mentioning cocoa powder on a banana milkshake, which is odd. And where are the colors? They don't have any color granules, so that means it's really fine. I mean, at least I don't see it, even with 1,000-time magnification. Generally there are granules. Really. Right, there's some sort of crystal formation. Where did it go? Yeah, so that's not a crystal formation, that's the shiny nature of the whey protein. We've seen that in many other protein. Alright, just I forgot to mention, I bought it, nobody sent it to me. I always say if someone sends it to me, someone gives it to me free, or I just buy it, or I get it at a discounted price. I bought it, the whole thing, from Amazon. No discount, nothing. So I don't see anything. It's all normal. It just looks like a bit greenish or yellowish as it is, or NAC Whey. That's how it looks like. And like ice sensation, that sort of texture. It's pure whey protein texture as far as we've seen so far. There's nothing at all. No binder, nothing. Very clean whey protein. Fantastic. So basically we've come to the point where we recommend things or talk about the pros and cons. So when you talk about the pros about this, see, this is a very simple whey protein concentrate with some color and flavor added. There's no digestive enzymes or anything. So as digestive enzyme is not really necessary, I'm not going to put it in the pro or con, right? What I can say, it's a very clean protein. When you saw through the microscope also, we didn't find any additives or anything extra that they haven't mentioned. And even their ingredient list is pretty simple, which is great. The simpler the better, unless that thing that they're added is actually adding to your muscle building or recovery. All right. The other thing is that they're very transparent, and I've kept it as a pro because that is a pro. When they talk about how much protein they're giving, they're saying how much protein they're giving. I mean, if here they're saying 100 grams, you get 72.5 grams of protein. They say that's on a dry basis, so you know how to do your calculation. So that's a fantastic thing to know from a brand. So when it comes to the cons, I've noted down the ones that I feel are the cons. One is the price, and yes, I mean, you might say that it's not really that costly. Yes, it's not. But there are two things. It's a pure concentrate protein, which comes at a cheaper price anyway as raw protein. And the other thing is that it's not a concentrate protein at 85% or 84% availability. It's one with 72.5% availability. That means and an as is, it's either 69 or 70% availability. So at that quantity that you're getting in this whole protein, $45 is a bit high. You know, it should be below $40. So 38 to 40 rupees would have been absolutely fantastic. The other thing that I think is that this particular taste has an aftertaste to it. So I'd say keep away from that. If you want to, you can try it out, but it's banana, but it's very artificial banana. It's a metallic taste to that, right? So that's I didn't like. Otherwise, it mixed well. And the other thing is the label. So in the label, they mentioned that they used cocoa powder, which here they used cocoa right here. They've written, but it's a banana milkshake. So I think it's a general label. So if they can concentrate a bit more on that, because every day buyers and consumers are getting more conscious, and channels like mine are here to do that. If we are not conscious, to tell people exactly where to look, which things not to miss. So it's important if the brand is known, like this brand is really known, and I hope this protein is really good, then they should be very careful about the banner. Now, what do I think? Will I buy it again? I don't think so, because of the price, of course. I mean, if I hadn't been reviewing also, I don't think I'll buy it. I know it's a really known brand, and I'll use it for about 2 weeks or so, and I'll tell you whether I'm getting any negative effect. Positive effect, gain effect, stuff like that is not possible to be told in an uncontrolled environment, so I can't tell that. I'll definitely talk about the negative effects if I find any. But at $45, I don't think so. I'll get many other options at much cheaper price. So, and even a few days back, I reviewed the NAC isolate whey, which is also raw, but it comes at 38 rupees per serving. So why would I settle for 45 on a concentrate that is 72% availability? So that's what I think. Nothing personal, but even though it's a great brand, I don't think I'll be able to recommend it to myself because of the price point. I hope you like this video. Have an awesome life, folks. Ciao.